What's up, everyone? So I decided last minute to make a little trip out to the West Texas area, and so figured to spend a couple days out in Big Bend and then maybe make a quick trip up to Guadalupe Mountains and Carlsbad Caverns. And so figured I'd make a little YouTube video out of this. So I hope y'all enjoy, and yeah, looking forward to it. Let's get after it. All right, so just got out to Big Bend, doing a couple quick hikes just to warm up my legs. We're doing some longer hikes tomorrow and the following day, but looking forward to spending some time out here. All right, so about a year ago, I did the Outer Loop Trail. Did the South Rim and the North Rim as well. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I didn't document any of this. So wanted to come back out, do some of the front country stuff, actually get to visit some of the places that I had not yet seen. All the stuff that whenever people come out to Big Bend always talk about. And so I figured I'd come out here, actually do some documentation of it, and maybe make a little video. So more than likely, if you're watching this, I did the video actually. I actually went through the process of editing, which I hear is very difficult. So congratulations to me if you are watching this. All right, well, if you're wondering what the Rio Grande looks like when you're getting down towards Big Bend area and towards Texas, that's what it looks like. It's not much more than just a stream nowadays. All right, so apparently the parking lot for the hot springs is full right now, and so I'm needing to hike in about half a mile. After that, it should be only about a mile hike, so about 1.5 miles in total. But here it's awesome. It's definitely worth the hike in. This is why hiking through Big Bend sucks, because there is absolutely zero shade anywhere. All right, I am heading towards the thermal baths, the hot springs here in Big Bend. Looks like there's quite a few people already though, but I'm gonna hop in for just a bit, cool off, or I guess heat up, huh? All right, so I'm now doing the Grapevine Hills Trail. It's about 2 miles and it leads up to the Balanced Rock. It's one of the most iconic trails, or one of the more iconic trails, I should say, in Big Bend. Definitely pretty well trafficked. There's quite a few folks in the parking lot, and already seen about 5 or 10 folks on the trail. So we'll see what it's like actually at the rock. Well, so far this is definitely my favorite hike of today. It's definitely the prettiest views. The other ones, this wasn't that they were bad, it's just that there was no shade. They were very exposed and the views were okay. Here you're kind of in this canyon with mountains on both sides of you, so it's definitely a more fun experience walking into it. So this is by far my favorite part about camping. It is seeing the beautiful sunrises in the morning. It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible to get to experience this every day. All right, well, yesterday was a wonderful day of hiking. Definitely learned some lessons when it comes to videography though, and that would be to make sure you got plenty of storage space on your phone before you go on the hike. Unfortunately, as soon as I was getting up to the balance rock, realized that I was all out of storage. Couldn't delete anything until I got access to cell service again. And so hopefully I was able to capture something on my Osmo Pocket. Today should be a wonderful day of hiking again. We're going to start things off the Santa Elena Trail. That is the most popular and iconic trail here in Big Bend. After that, we're going to go over to the Chisos Basin. We're going to knock out the Lost Mines Trail, as well as the Window Trail. So it'll be about 11 miles worth of hiking. Should be absolutely exhausted by the time I get to camp. And so, yeah, let's get after it. All right, so this is the Window Trail. It's about 3.6 miles round trip. I'm actually kind of cheating. I came in at a different entrance, which makes it a little bit shorter than if you're just parked right at the visitor center. But right now, it's really, really awesome hike so far. It is a very popular hike. It is right near the visitor center, so expect a lot of folks here. All right, so unfortunately, I did not have enough time to do the Lost Mines. The parking situation there was terrible too, and I just did not have the ability to actually fit that in. Otherwise, I was going to be setting up camp way late at night. But you can see the awesome view that is the Chisos Basin. And so now I'm heading over to Chimney Trail, and I'm going to set up camp there. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to head out to Marfa, and so I'm excited to check that out. I can't believe I've never checked out some of these cities, even though I lived in El Paso. I grew up in El Paso my entire life, so looking forward to it. I'm currently trying to find camp on the Chimney Trail. Now, this is kind of just dispersed camping. There's not actual campsites that I need to actually hike out to. It's really just one of those things where you just find a spot. If it looks good, set up camp there. And so I was very familiar with the Dotson Trail, which that's where I set up camp last night. I got in right before sunset and was able to still find a good spot. This might be a little more interesting. It's about a 5-mile trail, and I am not certain if or when I'm actually going to find a decent spot. And so might make for a fun night. So here it is. As y'all can see, it's a little tough to set up camp on places like this. The rocks definitely do not make for a comfortable night's sleep. And so I'm hoping that there might be a random patch that I can find that I can actually set up camp and have a nice soft bed to sleep on. Well, I slept terrible last night, and a lot had to do with the wind. I've never seen the wind blow like that before, and it was blowing my tent around, making so much noise. I probably got 1, maybe 2 hours of sleep. So today's gonna be kind of rough. I'm gonna drive into Marfa though, so enjoy the town. And so no hiking today, luckily, but oof, that was a rough night. The sunrise though is absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if you can see some of this. Look at that, look how amazing that is. So it's all worth it in the end for that. last night got pretty cold. It definitely dropped below freezing at some point, which I was not fully expecting. But I am now headed over to Guadalupe Mountains National Park. There is a wind advisory right now, and there is going to be some rain and probably below freezing temperatures up there as well. So I'm going to chat with the rangers first and get their opinion as to whether they feel that it's safe. If not, I may have to cut this trip short, head back home. So hopefully I'll be able to do the hike. If not, then, you know, you got to do what you got to do to stay safe. So we'll see what happens. All right, well, the ranger said it was okay to hike up this, so it is a little windy, but they said just watch your footing. You don't get blown off the mountain or anything. So it's actually a pretty nice day. So looking forward to getting up to the top. Hopefully it's not too strenuous, but about 4.5 miles to get up there. Shouldn't be too bad, about 3,000 feet of elevation gain. So let's get after it. All right, so far not a terrible hike. A little bit of incline, but it's pretty constant, so not terrible. Pretty popular trail, a lot of folks on here. There's a couple of guys out here with the boombox, which always is very frustrating and irritating, but very beautiful hike. Never would have thought that this was out in West Texas. All right, made it to the top. Was not nearly as bad as I was expecting as far as the wind goes, but beautiful views. Check this out. Stay up here for about 20 minutes, then have some lunch. Well, it looked to be a nice day, but there's some clouds rolling in now, and it looks like it might be storming soon, so I'm gonna hightail it down off this mountain. All right, well, that was a great hike, but as you can see, the storm is definitely rolling in. Luckily, I did not get poured on. Definitely recommend the hike, though. It's beautiful once you get up there. It's very rewarding. It's not too strenuous. There's little kids that were running around doing it, but yeah, definitely if you're in the West Texas area, definitely check this out. One of the things that grinds my gears, though, please make sure that you do your research and that you're prepared when you're about to do these hikes. As I was probably less than a mile from exiting the trail, as I'm running out because I don't want to get poured on with the rain, I'm seeing several groups of hikers making their way up. I sat there and chatted with them, explaining to them that they need headlamps, they need rain jackets, they need extremely warm weather clothing. And, you know, they're sitting there thumbing around like, you know, can I make it, can I not make it? And they still have another 4 hours, 5 hours minimum of hiking to do. And it's getting dark in 2.5. So hopefully they took my warning and they headed back down the mountain. But, you know, just make sure that you're always safe when you're out here hiking. You know, just because it's a popular trail doesn't mean it's not dangerous. All right, found some BLM land right outside Carlsbad Caverns. And so it looks like quite a few folks are already set up shop around here, but it should be a nice night out. So I think I'm gonna just sleep in the back of the truck. I'm at Carlsbad Caverns right now, having some coffee in my truck as I wait for my reservation time. Got about 45 more minutes or so. I came here when I was a little kid, but I was too young to really remember it. So looking forward to experiencing it for the second time, but really just the first. I just got done with Carlsbad Caverns, and man, that place is massive. Some of the rooms and the formations are just the largest that I've ever seen. So definitely check it out if you are driving through New Mexico. that pretty much wraps up my week through West Texas and my little pit stop through New Mexico. So I'm gonna be heading back over to the hill country, spend some time with family and friends, and celebrate New Year's Eve. So hope that you all enjoyed this video and hope that y'all have a wonderful 2022.